Alright, everybody, welcome back. So, let us continue our main story quest stuff. Pardons, you wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending upon us. You fancy yourselves heroes then, just like in the tales. But not so. Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associates here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. He is blessed with the power that protects him from primal influence. Thus was he able to lay low the Lord of Inferno. We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A man who can't be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. Is it true that this company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women? And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that, and you deserved better than the greeting I gave you, but I will not send you into Ogohomaro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gegeruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man! Have you heard nothing I have said? Oh, man, dang. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogohomaro. Gahomaro. I don't know how to say it. Then it pains me to admit it. I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if you are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember the fate of Limsa that hangs in the balance. That 12k experience. What? What? Okay. Master Gikaruju's request can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Oh, whatever. Alright, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. Oh, it's the man himself. Oh, where are they now? Has something less than delightful and more than awful befallen the new dancing girls who were to arrive today? This is most inconvenient. I do so ever wish that someone would find the driver who is to bring my divine danseuses, that someone would be healthily rewarded for it, I shouldn't doubt. Whatever, bro. Oop. Owie. Nyx is a toad, I think. outfit. Very cool outfit. Alright, 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 alright. So I would like to very much hear some of people's favorite classes to play. The governor sent you, did he? I was afraid he wasn't going to wait no more. Don't be giving me the sack now. It ain't my fault, I swear. I brought the girls just like I was supposed to, and we got as far as here before they caught sight of the ocean, and that's the moment they started crying like corals and hopping like spriggans. As soon as I stopped the wagon, they were off and running to the beach. Now I yelled at them ladies to get back in the carriage so we could get where we were supposed to, but they didn't pay me never mind. You'd go talk some sense to them, wouldn't you? Working stiffs to both of us. You understand. You'll help me out. Um, I really like Paladin. I think some of the later classes are pretty gonna be pretty cool too. I can't wait to try them out. Um, I'm thinking, so I'm for sure gonna keep leveling Lancer. But I might wait until I get closer to the end of A Realm Reborn. I'm not sure. I might do some Palace of the Dead. I was thinking about maybe doing Rogue and Pugilist, Archer more. Basically, all of the classes that are with the base of Realm Reborn. I was thinking about leveling them up in um, Palace of the Dead, but I'm not sure yet. Excuse me, who are you? Not the boss of me. That's right. This is my first time going on the beach, and nobody's going to tell me how long I can and can't have got it. Oh, you think so? I just feel so blessed to be here. This is so beautiful and inspiring, don't you think? I'm feeling so many things. I just need to drink it all in and channel it into my art. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, honey, I've never seen anything like this. It's all dunes where I come from. I'm sure Master Gage Ruju wouldn't mind a bit if we stretched our legs before coming to see him. Shells are right fancy and pricey back home. Bet you Gilda Gubu poop that I can sell a beauty like this to Master Gijiruju. Need to find a way to get it to him, though. You go wait while I find me a wagon or some such. Well, did you deal with the Knicks? Sure did. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not all long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of years, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge to befit your talents. Yeah, you better. You better. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gigiruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gigiruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so I'm not going to lie, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landonell at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Oh, gosh. Overcome by the ocean, are you? Seduced by the sand? With me waiting, me who paid so dearly to see their unparalleled undulations. Well, how delightful. They are true artists, as beautiful inside as they are out. Gridania is green, Ulda is gold, but only Costa del Sol is blue and white. Yes, I should have thought of it earlier and given them leave to play upon the beach. Happy it is to be a wealthy man. I shall wait, because I can. I am no drudge quaking at the sound of a master's step, nor am I a knuckle biter who needs a bottle of brandywine to keep the trimmers at bay. I shall enjoy the anticipation and the fulfillment alike. Excellent timing. Come, come. Such a still, wilting day, and I had a little thought, a violet, not a rose, to call up a refreshing breeze. The wind sprites now, you can get a healthy puff or two of them. It follows that a powerful sprite can set a whole city aflutter. According to my best calculations, or rather my second best calculations, no need to ask how or why collecting 3 cores from wind sprites should permit you to summon a more powerful specimen. Won't someone present company definitely included carry out my genius plan? Will someone deign to collect this handsome reward? I guess. I suppose. I did a tune with Costa del Sol, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, so we gotta go to Gradania. Let's go. Oh man, I gotta run all the way around. Dang it, dang it. Do you require assistance, adventurer? Oh, so this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, I'm not gonna lie. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? Ha, you amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Super helpful. Appreciate it, dog. Let me be clear. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest, traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are by and large an unforgiving lot, Ditto here being a rare exception. I have had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven's pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in the nest to the east of here, just right for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, I'm not gonna lie. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. Pass. Pass, my friend. I've got to defeat Titan. The Titan. I heard Captain Landonell regaling with the many tales of his youth. Much has he seen and known, having journeyed throughout Eorzea with naught but his wits. I am a child of the Twelveswood, a whaler through and through. Never have I cast a shadow that was not forged by a sun that perches atop the great elm at dawn. Yet travel I would, if only in mind. They say that an olden trader is nearby to the south. Will you find for me a thing from that city, strange and great? I have duties, or else I would go. You'll not find me ungrateful. I already do. I already do. Florent. Hail, adventurer, you come at an opportune time. My botanist's hatchet serves its own purpose well enough, but I'd hesitate to use it on anything that bites back. I would guess that your own skill at arms is more apropos for the situation. I was crossing the bridge behind me when I got to thinking of all I've seen since the calamity. What boggles the mind wobbles the body, and before I knew it, it was nearly on my face, and the lumber in my arms was scattered all over the bridge. Some of it must have fallen over the side. Now, I'm not so green as to go vaulting on the bridge when I know purging the will of the fiends below, but an adventurer should have little and less to fear. Will you go in my stead to retrieve the wood? Sure. I'll get your wood, Florent. I would love to get your wood. Doop. That one was a doozy. Oh, you want some, you big mouth Orbon? Dun, 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 dun. Now that, sire, is what I call a close call. Good for nothing. That guard's a that guard of mine. I swear these new cell swords are more of cell scabbards. Here, pray, take this for your trouble. The more precious of my wares will down incense. I got that guy's wood though, so that'll be helpful. Oh, adventurer, I am right glad for your return. Did you find my wood where it fell? Hmm. Wonderful. The tavern will get a final blaze out of these. 'Tis firewood for Boscaron's druthers you were gathering. A little damp, but nothing that a little drying won't fix. The sun is strong and the way is long after all. Much appreciated. You're so welcome, bud. So welcome. Did you find something? I hope to the 12 that it transports me as the captain's tales do. The scent. My head swims. I see markets in the Colosseum. And glorious evening strolls past roses with the heat of the sun still on them. What smells? They inflame my imagination and possibly my sinuses. Thank you, adventurer. You have more than earned this. Yeah, I know. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Ha 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 ha. Such bravery, such recklessness, that will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see to it that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uod Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, I'm not gonna lie. Southern Thanalan. Go turn in that quest for that dungeon unlock, and then we shall head to our maybe Forgotten Springs. Welcome to the sunken temple of Karn, of what remains of it at least. Used by ancient Beladians as a place to worship the sun goddess Azemia, much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a search team into the depths, I regret to say that the investigation proceeds at a snail pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem that the Beladians have rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares to deter temple robbers, no doubt. We have recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned, many who have entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would welcome your aid. The Sunken Temple of Karn. These guys are much higher level. I think I went the wrong way. Because these guys are super high level. Oops. Oh well. Run in, run it in, run in, run it in, run in, run it in, run in, run it in. Running away. Oh, I think you go there. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh well. Oops. Oh well. We're making it. Dune Angler. Say your business adventurer. Ha 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 ha. So this is the one we scared. Sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that, and you did manage to obtain that adamant choice egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and wanton courage. The Noon I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am none. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and it is why I still hold it, and it is why will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you are recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalgid encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalgid in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this one spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. Okay. Non culpatia. I wouldn't spend too much time with type adventure. His strain of foolish cheer can be catching, and I found it wise to never become too happy. Happiness begets complacency, and it's only through discontentment that one rises to become more. This brings us to the issue of which one of us will next lead our tribe. Unlike Utica, the matter of who becomes the next known is one I take most seriously. Each of us represents a distinct vision for what lies ahead. You see, I'm fascinated with the future. We cannot create it, but we can be prepared for it. We can profit from it, or we can perish by it. I need you to speak with immigrants, for they see forgotten springs through the eyes of opportunity, not loyalty. You there, you have the smell of a resourceful drink of water. Help me with one of the young ones, will you? I speak of a novice ranger by the name of Ukazuna, one of our most promising. I sent her southwest to hunt anglers, but she is rather long in the returning. She should be back by now, even if she killed one, dressed it, and made a saddle out of it. As a young huntress, as young a huntress as she is, I suspect she tripped over her own tail and has made a right mess of things. But as this is something she ought to do on her own, I fear sending one among the tribe to help her is out of the question. You, on the other hand, are a different story. Okay, bro, potato chip. Sudamon, Flame Captain. A full-scale magic attack would breach the defense here within a day. And with the Lizardmen making so free of Xanarak of late, it would be for the good of all to have the Immortal Flames bolster the outpost here in Forgotten Springs. I say more trade, fewer hindrances. Forgotten Springs is ideally situated to be the waypoint for trade routes across the desert. If only the Nun would think to woo us merchants instead of outright rejecting us. I was all set to open a shop in Forgotten Springs. Would have been a glorious and amazing location. A string of customers lined up, a bevy of beauties about, but the Nun of the tribe, Udo Nun, up and forbade it. Just like that. Now, in a way, I understand it. The U kill or gather most of their own food, so they don't need what I'm offering, but surely the Nun has to see there's more to this his oasis than his own tribe. Prospectors, adventurers, flames, we just don't live or eat as they do. But there I go again, getting on my soapbox. I might as well talk to you about something you can help with. Could you take this package to Beer God Strike and get it to a fellow called Odinel? I guess. Did I attune with the... I did. Drifting Cloud! Never did understand why they have so few bunks here. You see, them miners pitching their tents down at Barricade Strike, you think they want to be holed up there? Of course not. It's just they couldn't find an inn hereabouts that weren't full up. The Sagoli Desert. Well met, adventurer. Package came from the Minotaur Mom, did you? Thank you most kindly. The Mom's a pokey place, kind of place, small as the Dickens and all manner of isolated to boot. Makes it tough to get up there and give Reaver to the custom he does due. Right, shame about the nun's decision. A store in the springs would have been in kindness. It's a crying shame, and the worst part is there's no change in that old Mikote's mind, mostly on account of the fact he hasn't one. You can see this. You see all this? All the excavation knowledge of Almagina and Sons mineral concern put to use in covering the remains of the Allegan Empire. We mine knowledge here in Ottawa. And that sounds grand, and it is, but most of my time is actually spent mothering this equipment. It's on account of the sand getting into the worst of places, and the damn stuff is everywhere. Which brings me to you, naturally. You're showing up now as a godsend, and who am I to refuse the gods? Could you remove 3 piles of sand right over there? You'd be careful as you go about it, though. Some smoke bombs have burdened them, and they're none too friendly. That was wonderful. Adventurer, those piles were growing larger by the day, and I can't tell you how little I wanted to clean them up myself. Speaking of things I've no interest in doing, I'm sure you've noticed by now the glut of smoke bombs surrounding the site. Well, they're not here by chance. They're here on account of the equipment. The machines run bloody hot, and the heat draws the bombs in, and every time that happens, we need to shut everything down or else risk them exploding on the lot of us. We'd all appreciate it if you could take care of 4 of those pesky devils. It's very true. That's all you do. By null and by thal, the freedom from distraction at last. Thanks to you, I might be able to spend more than a minute focusing on the dig. Nothing beats having an extra pair of hands around. I like money too, so I don't mind. Sandworm. A sandworm. No thanks. I don't want what you're selling. Russet potato. I'm just kidding. It's a Yarzan. Go help this young hunter. Gods, I'm sorry. Oh, not to you. I'm sorry that I failed so miserably. Taika gave me this mission himself, and he's sure to be the next nun of the tribe, and I've dishonored the name of the you. I could crop my tail's pins, but I have to redeem myself. I'll just do something different again. I'm trying so hard. Fascinating adventurer, very fascinating. They speak much truth to you. These immigrants, you are my ears on the street. All the voices cry out for forgotten springs to open its gate. If our tribe is to prosper, we must enjoy the coin and protection of immigrants and outlanders. When I have done the old ways, we'll have to give way to the new. That is why you will not become new. Took it hard, did she? She should. She's bringing up the rear in this crop of novices. If this were a game of Ifrit, take the hindmost, she'd be on fire right about now. The reckless always have to take the hard way. They fail until they succeed or get themselves killed. To tell you the truth, I was exactly like her once, down to the earnestness. Ah, familiar scent. I like the way you handled yourself well last time. Would you be my helping hand in the desert once more? You remember Ukazuna, don't you? I have her where she needs to be, out hunting in Malja in the eastern Sogoli Desert, humble, petulant, and with no idea how to gather her wits or her skills. The kindling is laid. All it needs is a spark. Go east and dispatch 3 in Malta before Yukazuna's eyes. Harden that heart of hers, so weighed down already with shame and pique. Then with the death sight, strike upon that flint. The law is clear. To become known of the U tribe, one must defeat the current none. In my case, this means we owe to a none. However, in order to win the right to challenge her, I must first triumph over Utaika. He sends in my way, and I in his. In this manner, the none is protected from constant challenge. But to defeat Utaika, my arms must be impeccable. A fool he may be, but weak he is not. I shall make new arrowheads, and for that I need barbs from the yards, and half a dozen should be enough. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Yep. 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see it for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tend you of the ingredient you seek. All right, we're going to go ahead and call that episode there. Um, I will see you next time, and we will continue our main story quest and finish up these few side quests and just keep chugging along. Um, Main scenario is about level 31-ish now. I'm level 37, so things are progressing smoothly. I've got to do my next paladin class quest. Um, I will see you in the next episode. Hopefully, I'll probably make it here in a little bit. Um, Thanks again for tuning in. If you could like and subscribe, that would really help me out, and I appreciate it. Uh, you can always catch me live on twitch.tv/ I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I think that's everything. Me and Choco Bro say bye. Have a good rest of the day. See you on the next one.